Hey guys, I'm Ashley Horsfall and I write for Getting Through Tough Times on HealthyPlace. Today I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about setting boundaries in relationships with family members. I have found myself setting boundaries a lot lately, especially because of things that I've been going through and experiencing, and it never really gets easy, but what does get easy is figuring out when there's going to be a problem and how to stop it sooner rather than later before it explodes into something that seems impossible to deal with. So first off, I found that it's important to set boundaries when people are bringing more negative stuff into your life rather than positive stuff. If someone's presence in my life, even from afar, brings more depression, more anxiety, more anger, more sadness, I just have to say we can't have this close relationship. Even if biologically we're related, even closely, it just doesn't always work. And sometimes people can be good people, but they might not be able to be a good person in your life. And that's kind of what I've found for myself, is that some people that I do love are just not good for me to be around. Sometimes they don't contribute a lot of positive emotion into your life, and it's really sad, but it's just something that I think everybody goes through, is realizing that people that you thought you could rely on, or people that you, going by traditional family roles, you think should be involved, sometimes just can't be, even because of they're going through their own problems or something else, maybe by choice. And setting boundaries is just a part of my life lately. So by setting boundaries, I just mean not letting these people emotionally get into your head. I guess you can do this a lot of different ways. For me, I always try to block any sort of social media coming from this person, especially if that's a sort of trigger for the negative stuff that they're bringing into your life. I've had to cut people off on social media just because they were always causing fights within the family, and it's just not something that I want to see, and it brings more anxiety into my life. So I have to say I can't see it anymore. I like pictures of your dog, cat, baby, etc., but I just can't be friends with you in that way. If you want to pick up the phone and call, maybe we can have a conversation and be totally fine. So sometimes it's not really a personal issue related to boundaries. Sometimes it's just like, what are you seeing related to this person that's just not helping you out? And it's totally fine, I think, to feel like you can have whatever relationship with someone that you want. Just because someone is related doesn't mean that I have to have this great, wonderful connection with them. Sometimes people are just related to you, and that's it. You don't have to be their best friend, their best relative, or anything like that. So, in my experience, establishing this role for someone in your life is important for taking care of yourself, because you can't be in charge of someone else's life. You can only be in charge of your own. And when I'm, trying to have these positive relationships with people, it can take a lot of energy if it's not just happening naturally. So I have to take care of myself first, and then everybody else I have to sort of divide into compartments of how much I can do for them and what what's positive, what's negative. And these things change also. Like, just because I'm feeling like someone's not a good part of my life right now doesn't mean I won't think that they're a good part of my life later, because people do change and situations change, and I might not always be going through the same problems, and maybe, when certain things pass on by, then we'll be totally fine. But now I want to know how you set boundaries in your life, and if you've ever had to set a boundary when it was especially difficult, like with a family member, something like that.